Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti coming to you with another news update. Today we had a drop coming from the devs. It was SB Crumb dropping some news on the shard economy changes, which is, so far, it looks like a really positive move. We're going to go through really quickly with you. It's on their 5th year thing. What they're going to do is they recognize that character shards are a big hurdle, and they're not really where they're making a ton of money in the sense of older characters. People just farm them up as they get them or whatever, or they just ignore them entirely. So 60 characters at launch will now hover to now over 200, blah blah blah, are tended to change to help all players expand their collections faster. Which makes sense because it would allow people to kind of get behind on gear and maybe, spend a little money trying to gear them up faster, etc., letting people get these things faster. So the details, basically they're going to have 2 rates now. The original rate, which is going to be new exclusive characters, so, your marquees and stuff like that. They said it's going to include all the raid characters, journey guide characters, territory battles, like the characters, I guess, in the Get store, those will stay the same, and certain high-value currencies. Fair. This will also include all ships. So all ships are going to stay on the original rate at this point. They clearly aren't going to increase those. Accelerated characters are those found on nodes and in stores. So stuff like your Galactic War currency, your arena currency, this kind of thing. These are going to be providing more shards now. So when you were buying, say, the character currency with your Galactic War tokens, instead of 4 for a character, 5 for a character, you're going to get 10. It's going to double it. It's like I'm suddenly going like, I haven't bought anything but a ship character in a while. I'm like, is that even right? is that right? Let me go double check really quickly. Going here, Galactic War Store. That's right. Yeah, so 5. So the 400 tokens will turn into 10 shards rather than 5. That should move those characters up pretty quickly and allow you to kind of complete those characters quite fast. Coming back and having another look at this again. Okay, so yeah, so 10 for the price of 5, as it said right here, even though I was being dumb and had to go look myself. Combat nodes will drop 2 shards instead of 1, increases to 4 during double drops. So every time you hit, you get 2 rather than 1, which is pretty solid. This is going to include Galactic War, non-journey guide events, the assault battles. Does not include quests and achievements. Does not include Bronzium data cards. They said that they will explore increasing this rate later. If you want to store your Bronziums, great. If you don't, great. I don't know when it's going to change. It doesn't really give us any kind of time frame. So if you need that for Shard Shop currency, I wouldn't really be against spending it now. I don't think it's really going to matter all that much. In the long run, it will, but if you need the Shard Shop currency now, you're working towards something, I wouldn't be afraid to spend Bronziums. They're modifying the Shard Shop to keep Shard to purchase ratios unchanged. Under the hood, this means we are doubling all sources of Shard Shop currency and doubling in-store costs, then doubling unspent Shard Shop currency on all accounts when these changes go live. So Shard Shop currency is going to be more expensive to keep it roughly at parity. I mean, I understand it, but it's still, I wish they wouldn't have gone that way because, Shard Shop currency, some of them are actually quite expensive to begin with, and then there's some really, really bad value in there. Like, they'll do 3 for 252 and stuff like that. That's just dumb. They need to adjust those down to regular costs. That's what I think anyway. Anyway, so what that moves down here is that the accelerated characters will be 1 shard for 15 Shard Shop currency. Original rate characters will have 1 shard for 30 Shard Shop currency. Ships, this doubles. 1 shard is now 38 Shard Shop currency. All Shard Shop store items will cost twice as much. There's still things in the Shard Shop that shouldn't cost what they cost. I think that needs to be adjusted. you know, those 360s for that, I don't think that's like in line, and the ones that are 252 for 3, I don't think that's in line. I think those should be down to like 210 for 5. I think that's a fair currency. And for the 360, for those G12 plus pieces, I think that needs to drop down. Maybe make that what, 280 something. Give us a little bit of a break there in terms of the pricing before the doubling. I think that's where it should be anyway. They've never adjusted that. You know, having things like Mark V droid collars, those silly shiny butt plugs, those things shouldn't be 3 for 252. They just shouldn't be. Mark 7 microwaves shouldn't be 3 for 252. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so with this, the way that they've done it, the accelerated characters will get to 7 stars twice as fast, which is honestly fantastic. What this is going to do, and what I think this purpose really is like they said, getting new players more characters faster, so they can start gearing those characters up faster, which is where they make the real money. And the other one is getting older players on that Galactic Legend tit right away. Like, getting them there so they can go get those characters. Like for me, Rey's never been an option just because I have 1 shard of Rose Tico. I mean, 1 shard. So I'm literally 329 shards away from Rose Tico. With these updates, that actually brings that in line. That's like a 2 or 3 month investment now to get all the stars necessary for Rey. So now Rey is something that I can actually go and get when this update comes in, because I'll be able to get Holdo and I'll be able to get Rose up to 7 stars pretty easily, and that's kind of nice. That gives me an option. So after both Jedi Luke and Master Luke, I was thinking about getting Supreme Sith Eternal Emperor, because honestly, I'm just closer. There's only one real there's 2 characters I need to star up, and that's Krennic and Piet, and the rest of, you know, like Stark will come out of the guild store, which will now provide 10 shards for the same price, which is honestly really great. I should get Stark pretty fast. I should get Biston pretty fast. You know, it's one of those. I'm still working on Biston, so I'm thinking I should probably want to hoard that currency to see to finish him out. I'm not 100% sure when these. Yeah, so they're saying these changes can only open the door to conversations about other economies, including gear, without making promises. We are in the midst of exploring how this can change in the future, but we need to adjust shard rates first. Shards play a foundation role, Galaxy Heroes, cascading impact, blah, 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 blah. Essential place to start and finish before we can make adjustments to the system be affected by changes to shards. We are carefully monitoring these changes, blah, 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 etc., 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 bullshit, 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 blah, 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 blah. And that's about it. So here's their list. So it's literally everybody that's been out. So you got your Holdo there. That's like I was talking about for the Rey. Going back, looking at these older bounty hunters. I mean, all of the Old Republic and Sith Empire guys are going to be here. I mean, we're talking. This is a pretty big update, and this is really going to be helpful to just about everybody who plays. If you are missing a character and you want that character, it's now going to be a few months rather than a long fucking haul, a long grind. So I think this is in general a great move. The negative side of me is going, well, if they're doing this, what are they going to do to screw us over? Because there's got to be something coming up that's negative to kind of balance out the positive. Ooh, the Resistance hero guys are in here too. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, this is a really, really strong update, and this is going to be able to, you know, this is going to help people get stuff like their, you know, a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren faster. You know, if you want to go after Rey after that, you can do that. You know, obviously, it's not going to do much for JML, but you know, Sith Eternal Emperor, once again, it's going to be a lot easier to get that character. Even a new account with a Hyperdrive bundle could probably get Sith Eternal Emperor now. 2 months? 3 maybe? 2 months? 3 months? From the start. That's crazy. So you can go into the arena with, like I say, a Jedi Revan or whatever, start working towards Sith Empire, and by the time you've got, a decent Sith Empire team, you'll have all the stars needed to start gearing up for Sith Eternal Emperor, and you can get them really quick. Like this is a really solid move for speeding up the starring part, the real grind of getting those stars on everybody. I mean, obviously, older accounts are going to have all these guys basically 7-starred anyway, so they're not going to care too much. But for an account like mine, which is hyper-focused and is narrow, this is going to help broaden out my base a little bit. There's a couple of characters that I've been wanting to get for a long time, get them started up, like Marauder. Obviously, the Resistance Hero Bros, stuff like that. I really wanted to get Shore Trooper. I think Shore's a fantastic tank. I wanted to grab him. I wanted to get, just thinking of some of these characters that are going to be available to me now, like Death Trooper. I've been meaning to get him for fucking ever, So I find that fantastic. I mean, it's really great. Obviously, this is a major change, and it might have some cascading effects. So tell me, guys, what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think this is a good move for the game? Do you think it's going to help you in your account specifically? If so, why? Tell me why. Tell me what you're going to farm first when this goes through. And as always, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, then why'd you watch it this far? I mean, we're 11 minutes in. You could have just turned it off at any time. And as always, guys, give us a subscription if you haven't done so already. We're going to keep you up to date on all the latest news here in Galaxy of Heroes. We do have some guides that come out. I'm still playing catch up, so I don't have all the characters of some of these other content creators, but I still try to put out some really solid guides, really in-depth stuff on teams that I'm very comfortable with and sometimes people struggle with. Specifically, check out my Padme one; it's fantastic. And so keep that up. We're going to keep you up to date on everything, so get that subscription, smash it down. Come join us on Twitch for my GAC. Otherwise, my GAC replays are here on the YouTube channel. And as always, guys, you have a good one.